In this video, I'm going to debunk, I'm going to expose 7 myths, 7 misconceptions about Christian metalheads.
Rocking you up for Jesus Christ with classic style hard rock music and practical Bible teaching.
The first 6 of these 7 misconceptions actually apply to all metalheads, fans of every subgenre of metal, Christian and non. But the 7th one applies exclusively to Christian metalheads. Real quick, I got to do 3 awesome shout outs. A couple of weeks ago, I put out a video called Striper, what it stands for and why it's so powerful. You can check it out right here. In the intro to that video, I threw down a challenge. I said, if you know what Striper stands for before I reveal it, put it down in the comments right now, okay? And I'll give you a shout out in one of my upcoming videos. Well, here we are. Way to go, Sam Bean. You were the first one to nail it. Then Comet Blast, followed by Daniel Licardel. Sorry if I mispronounced any of those names, but way to go, man. You nailed it. Misconception number 1, metalheads love metal. False. Metalheads may like or appreciate all the styles and subgenres of metal, but they reserve that word love for the particular subgenre of metal that they associate with the soundtrack of their youth. 80s metal. Misconception number 2, heavy metal is heavy. Heavy metal, the classic form of metal from the 1980s, is actually one of the lighter and more melodic forms of metal. Misconception number 3, you have to have long hair to be a metalhead. That's obviously false. I actually need a haircut. Quick story. As a pastor serving in the local church, I have chosen for pragmatic reasons to keep my haircut short. It's just not worth having that potential obstacle to people really, not understanding or whatever. But when we get to heaven, when you find the heavy metal section of the praise band and you see the dude with the longest hair in heaven playing lead guitar, that will be me. Misconception number 4, metalheads only listen to metal. Now, I can testify that back in the day, in my youth, that was an unspoken rule. You might be a closet fan of such and such pop band or some other genre, but you never admitted it. But obviously, metalheads can appreciate and enjoy all kinds of music. Misconception number 5, metal music is just noise. Of course it's noise. Every form of music is noise. Hey, I get the taste thing, right? Not everybody's going to love every kind of music, and if you're using that phrase noise to describe a kind of music that you don't particularly like, okay, that's one thing. But if with the label noise, you are actually critiquing the skill or the ability or the quality of metal music, and you've never taken the time to actually listen to 4 or 5 musicians sit down and play with skill, the riffs and the licks and the leads and the melodies and the screams and the harmonies that all go into making quality metal music, then I just have to say, dude, with all due respect, you're just wrong. Misconception number 6, metalheads all live in their parents' basements. Okay, I will confess there was a season of my life when I could relate with this one. But that's absolutely false. You might very well be a metalhead if you're watching this, and I bet you don't live in your parents' basement. And if you are living in your parents' basement, of course, I don't know all the circumstances that may have led to that. If you're hurting, if you're in need, then God bless you, man. I'll pray for you. But if you're able-bodied and you're able to work, then I just want to challenge you, man. Get a haircut if you have to. Get out there, get a real job, and get your own place. Misconception number 7, and this is the one that applies exclusively to Christian metalheads. Christian metalheads aren't real Christians. I've had it thrown at me and heard it from thousands of different angles. Christian metal is evil. It's of the devil. How could anyone who claims to follow Christ be associated with this dark form of evil music? I actually created another video to address this very question. It's right here. You can check it out. It deals with the question, is Christian metal evil? But the short answer is, of course, it's not evil, man. It's just a style of music that can be used to glorify God. And in my experience, Christian metalheads are some of the most passionate, devoted followers of Jesus I know, because the vast majority of us have a testimony of being delivered by God's grace out of darkness or addiction or partying or that whole scene where we just ran our life into the ground and then we finally looked up and Jesus delivered us, made us new by his grace. And we still love this style of heavy music, man, but we live our lives and we bang our heads for the glory of Jesus. And as Jesus said, those who have been forgiven much love much, and metalheads certainly fall into that category. Right over here are links to the couple videos that I just mentioned. The Striper video, what does the Striper name mean and why is it so powerful? And is Christian metal evil? If you haven't checked them out, man, check them out right here. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Catch you in the next video.